This episode of The Central is presented by Vans Comics, Cards, and Games. Better players, better gaming. Visit online at vansccg.com or stop by off of Pear Orchard in Ridgeland.
Hey Jags, I'm Wes Fowler.
And I'm Camille Coleman, and this is J&N's The Central. Congratulations to our own speech and debate team for bringing a state championship title back to the jungle. Magnolia Speech and Debate awarded Coach of the Year to Mrs. Rachel Clapper Davis, along with many other championships to students. These students won in policy, Lincoln Douglas debate, original oratory, informative speaking, and many, many more. Congratulations to this amazing team.
This past Tuesday, the central Mississippi area was hit with severe storms that produced over 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts and several tornadoes. While the storms seemed to move through the area quickly, they left behind a hefty amount of damage. Madison County School District announced a distance learning day for Wednesday for schools within the Falcon Zone that were left without power. The National Weather Service reported 13 tornadoes produced by the storm.
Today we have sunny skies with a high of 73 and a low of 55. Our days will get gloomier as we move into our school week, with our chances of rain starting on Sunday. Along with the rain, our temperatures will slightly drop through the week as we start Sunday with a high of 84 and end Tuesday with a high of 71. That's your weather forecast. Stay dry out there. Now, back to Camille.
Thanks, Lily. After a conversation with a homeless friend, the founder of Shower Power MS had the idea to provide a mobile shower unit for those in need. Along with providing showers, they provide food and a sense of community. J&N's Allie Ragsdale has more.
We will welcome you, welcome you.
There isn't a charity in Mississippi quite like Shower Power, which helps the community by donating clothes and serving food to those in need. Shower Power helps the community in a uniquely humanizing way, with a shower.
We gather, we fellowship, we eat, we shower, we're friends.
Teresa Riekenberger started the charity after a conversation with a homeless friend. Her goal was to give dignity back to many often neglected people.
We make a huge point in learning every single person's name and their scene, and it makes a huge difference.
The volunteers make a point to connect with everyone, even by doing something as simple as a small act of kindness.
Today I gave candy, and last week I gave socks, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, and all of that was help from other people.
And the effect that Shower Power has on this community is apparent in the attitude of the people they serve.
Really, Shower Power is more than just people coming here for food and take a shower. It's a place that you can come and eat and enjoy fellowship.
With the success of Shower Power, Miss Teresa used the opportunity to try and help in other ways. Project Hope and the Medgar Project are two ways that Miss Teresa and Miss Kirby have grown their outreach by sponsoring rent and renovating uninhabitable houses. These great ministries are always in need of support.
Obviously, the first way to help with donations is to donate. But if that is a challenge, then anything that you as a student could do, or student groups, to spread our message, because you guys are the next generation of givers.
Shower Power and Project Hope have helped to show love to many people in need. They're always looking for volunteers and donations. All information can be found at showerpower.ms. This has been Allie Ragsdale with JNN.
Thanks, Allie. As generations have grown older, radio stations have been an important outlet for news, music, and a way of communicating during emergencies. JNN's Maatallah sat down with John Anthony, program director of Mix 98.7, to discuss what radio stations do for the community and how they continue to impact lives, one radio at a time.
Since the 1920s, the radio industry has been a staple to the American public. However, with the rise of streaming apps like Spotify and Apple Music, there has been some competition between the radio and these apps. So, have radio stations been hit hard because of them?
People still are sampling and listening to local radio every week. We're still at about 93% nationally as far as the penetration of American listeners every week.
Radio stations may be putting up consistent numbers still, but the threat of streaming services hasn't left their minds.
It keeps us on our toes. Sure, you've got the other sources, but many of those are subscription-based. We're probably the last free thing on earth. It means that you have to be on your game. I mean, competition makes everybody better.
How are radio stations gathering support from the community?
We use a lot more social media than we used to. You have to make a connection into the community. Localization, I mean, that's our strong suit. People get very, very close to local media when there's something bad going on.
If there's a storm and bad weather, I usually tend to listen to the radio, or my parents definitely do, just because the alerts are so specific with what county they're listing out and everything. And also it's more immediate. If you know that there's a severe problem, they'll come right on and tell you as soon as the problem's happening.
Is it harder? Yeah, it's harder than it used to be. But when you have new challenges, you have new competitors come in, it makes you work harder for your A game.
Even though there's been some competition between radio stations and streaming music apps, radio stations still maintain a relevant role in today's communities. This has been Maatallah with JNN.
Thanks, Adam. One way you can support your community is through visiting your local farmers market. Through the market, you can purchase fresh-grown produce that helps support a farmer in your area. JNN's Ginny Burton has more on a farmers market in Jackson, Mississippi.
With foods being imported from all over the world, it's easy to forget how produce gets from point A to point B. Farmers markets are a great way to both shop local and eat healthy. From their farm to your table, you can ensure fresh really is fresh.
I think that the farmers market's a wonderful place. I wish more people would come. I mean, from the quality and the variety. We sell 3 varieties of kale today, and I'm sure there's other varieties that other people are growing. The freshness, I mean, everybody's picking their stuff either Thursday or Friday. You can't get that in a grocery store.
I had somebody tell me that they bought arugula at the grocery store and that it has no flavor. Mine's very delicious, far more intense than what you might buy at the supermarket. I grow the right varieties. That's really important with your tomatoes, to grow the right variety of tomatoes. The reason grocery store tomatoes taste bad is because they're bred to be commercial varieties, and that's what the breeders were looking for, is those characteristics, not something that tasted good.
Farmers markets are a great way to support your community by receiving nutritious foods grown not far from home. Be sure to check out the Mississippi Farmers Market, located off of High Street in Jackson, Mississippi, open from 8 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. year-round. This has been Jenny Burton with JNN.
Well, that's all for this time, Jags. Don't forget to follow us on Jaguar News Network on Facebook and Instagram, and at Jaguar News Net on Twitter for weekly updates. I'm Wes Fowler.
And I'm Camille Coleman, and this has been JNN's The Central.